Right, so we're going to prepare an SD card for Asterisk. So I've got a micro SD and the cradle that goes into the laptop. So I had to dust off my old laptop to do this. Card goes in. There's something on that, so if it's anything important you've got it on your SD card, obviously back it up, because this is going to be cleaning up. So we've got this little thing called SD formatter. We're going to get some ice cream. Let's just do format. See, all that is going to be like destroyed. So yeah, format. Alright, so that's done. This is, as you can see, 32 gig SD card. Now we need to get to this imager thingy. So let's just have a quick look at what do we have here. Right, so we need this. Right, we need to put an image. So I've got one which I have prepared, and that's the image which you can actually get from once you get everything installed and configured from SSH. You can actually create an image file of your configuration. So everything that you spend your time on and created trunks and extensions and so on from SSH is just basically create an image of that, just in case if you have all kinds of failure or something, so you can always put it back and it works. So yeah, this is the working setup I have here. So just click, and I'm going to go right. Something. We're basically writing that. So that's going to take some time. So I'm just going to pause this video and resume on the next step. Now, while the image is being copied onto the SD card, maybe I will explain what I just did. I've used two different applications. I have used the SD formatter, which I'll put the links in description where to get it and how to use it, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Besides, you can rewind this video and just watch it again. And I am using Win32 Disk Imager. That is the piece of software that basically puts an image onto an SD card. Again, I'm going to put the description of how to get this in the video description below. So while this is still being copied, I'm just going to pause it, and we'll resume in a little while. All right, so we've got the image on the SD card. So it's right, successful. Okay, exit. Let's see. I think we need to still do this safety do thingy. Eject. Yep. Okay. Now we take a spare Raspberry Pi. Okay, so that one is Model B with two USBs and still with that yellow thingy. We're gonna put that inside, see what happens if we have a joy. I'm gonna hook it up to a HDMI and keyboard and a power supply, and I'll resume from there. Let's hope it's all working. So I'm just gonna pause the video and resume in a moment. If anyone actually noticed the time since I've been putting the image on, so if anyone just paid attention to it, it takes a little while to put a full image. And if you have a fully configured Asterisk like I did, my image file was actually quite big. The original image file from Asterisk side is very small. you have to do all kinds of reformatting. I'm hoping I won't have to resize, reformat the SD card, though the process is not very complex. I don't particularly like doing it, so let's see after I plug it in if we have any joy with it. Right, I'm going to show you how to install Webmin. I do have a copy of it on this installation, so I'm just going to have to look. It's the old Webmin 1.67, so don't worry about it, ignore that because that's going to update itself. So to install it, it's DKG. Now, in order to get this, you need to do wget, and then you need to specify the source. So when you go to Webmin, look for the latest Webmin version, and it will also show you the link, which basically you just need to copy and paste in here. So it's wget and basically just the path to Webmin. We use dpkg install and webmin _1.670 all .deb. Let's just double check webmin and enter, and let's see what happens. Click. Okay, something is happening, so obviously it's a good sign. Unpacking replacement webmin. So it could have been the case where there was already a webmin installed on this image. I'm not sure. I'm just testing a random asterisk image to see what I can do with it. So let's see what happens. I'm going to pause this video and come back when Webmin unpacks. Right, so it says Webmin install complete. You can now log into HTTPS, Asterisk PBX 10,000, port 10,000, blah, blah, blah. Now, obviously, Asterisk PBX, I usually use the IP address. I'll never actually try Asterisk PBX. I don't think it will work because the way I have the system set up, my Raspberry is also a DHCP server, so it assigns IP addresses to any devices which don't have a static IP address preset, and also it runs TFTP server, so it makes sense when a new device connects. So the DHCP communicates with the TFTP, and then once the IP address is assigned, and if there is a request from a device for configuration, then the TFTP sends the configuration file onto a device. In this case, it's a Cisco phone. So then the phone knows where to connect, what password, and what port, and so on and so forth. So it looks like this part of is done. So let's just go to, actually, no, let's go to system information. And remember, this was a 32 gig card. It's normally when you start from scratch, you need to reformat to Linux. Now I've burned the image of a 32 gig SD card because I already had 32 gig SD card converted to a 32 running Asterisk with tons of different customizations, queues, extensions, and so on and so forth. Now, what do we have here? 28.8. Yeah, so I won't even have to do anything. So once you've got your full installation of Raspberry Pi on Asterisk, and once you have all your Webmin, once you have all your extensions, then everything that you need, it's probably worth to do an image of that, because if anything goes wrong, you know, it literally takes half an hour to burn the full image onto the same size, because I think it's something to do with, you need to kind of stick to the same size of SD card. Um, and then, you know, just put the card back in, and you know, it's as you left off. Or if you want to resell your system, for example, you've created a resellable asterisk. You can have a special image that you just burn onto an SD card and send off to the client, which is already preset, pre-configured, and all they have to do is just enter the trunk details and set some extensions. So hope you enjoy this, and I'm going to put some more videos once I get into another interesting part of setting up Asterisk on Raspberry Pi. Thanks for watching.